Well, it's 5:30 in the morning. I've just woken up in this really, really lovely little Afghan village. It's been quite a unique experience. Had a very, very good night's sleep with all the noises of crickets and the like. I felt like I was camping, except for the mosquitoes, which I'm a bit worried about because apparently they carry malaria. And I was absolutely mauled by them, so we'll have to check that out in the next few hours. But the lovely gentleman who allowed us into his home sounds like an absolutely astounding man. He's actually the village elder. He's an engineer. His whole house is run on solar energy, solar power. I was able to charge my laptop, 2 batteries for this camera. I'm still charging a 3rd one now. The fan was going all night. The lights were on. It was, yeah, it was really, really interesting. We're also now about to go out to a little community that he's going to start for those that have been martyrs, so for widows and for those that have been disabled in this community. He's even speaking, apparently his brother is, to the manager of the Barcelona football team to try to build a stadium in the community to encourage more people to come out to these remote parts of Afghanistan. It's remarkable the people you can meet out in these places. I also met 2 young women who come from a very remote little village just on the other side of the mountains here, and their village is just privy to, well, the bad men, let's say, the ultra-conservatives. They became orphans at a very young age, but have gone through the entire school system and now are back in their village teaching young girls and boys all the essentials they need education-wise. So lovely little stories out here in the community. And lovely fresh air and just amazing scenery.
Yeah, they're not letting me go and say, take my child along. I mean, everybody greets me here and then they ask me, what about my child? You know, when her turn will come to be in the orphanage. So she said, okay, now it's 2 years, you know, I'm just waiting. So. I said, okay, maybe I'll try to find a sponsor for them, hopefully.
Doctor or engineer. If he was an engineer, what would you build?
Saraga.
Nice. Wow. Adorable. Is he excited about going to the orphanage?
Vale.
It's a different, whole new world for him now. Wow, this is going to be interesting. Oh, it's a pleasure meeting him.
So you picked up a green eye.
Yeah. I've come to this little village with maybe $100 in my pocket. Now I go empty-handed, except for a sponsored child. And I've just met him. What an interesting experience. He says that when he grows up, he wants to be an engineer and build roads in his community. So I'm going to keep him to that. If he wants to stay in the orphanage, he's got to promise me at least 1 road in this village. We're now heading home, flying back to Kabul, and boy do I hate aircrafts. That's why I'm doing these particular vlogs on them, because it takes my mind off flying. But the trip to Jalalabad has been an absolute dream. I feel so appreciative that I, as a Westerner, have been able to sort of penetrate into Afghan culture as much as I have, without the security concerns, having to drive around in armed vehicles or with AK-47s in the front seat. It's been an absolute pleasure, the way that I've been traveling. Got to meet a village elder, got to go see a lovely village, see how they actually do it in and sponsor a child. And that in itself I feel very appreciative about, that I've got the capabilities of doing that, sending this boy now to school where he can thrive, where he can be a contributing